Hey, this is Marlon, and on behalf of the MK Boards media team, we bring you an interview with Team UK for the Mario Kart 8 2016 World Cup. If you guys could just introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'll go first. So, okay, I'm Ryan from Team UK. I play for MFO. I'm not sure what else I can say.
I'm Xander. I play for Severance and MKU. I also play Mario Kart Wii, but just okay, that's a different star. It's really there.
Okay, so UK were the runner-ups in 2014 and quarterfinalists in 2015. Did these results exceed the expectations of Team UK, or did the team expect to progress farther or even further this year?
Well, for me at least, the first year, there were a lot of strong teams because of the amount of activity in the game. And honestly, I didn't expect Team UK to get as far as they did. I mean, I was definitely hoping we'd do well, but I didn't think we would. And then it just happened. We got so far. It was really nice to be a part of all of that. And the year after, I was thinking, hey, maybe we could do that again. But the chances of it, it wasn't really as likely because everyone is kind of uninterested, if that makes sense. Or at least most people do the inactivity. So the team wasn't as strong, and then we ended up losing in the semis. So that's that, I suppose.
There's almost like one more thing to point out. In 2014, we did repeat play because we were such a small nation, and I think that was quite a big factor as why we did well. Because other nations didn't have that privilege. So like France, so we had to use like 12 unique players, whilst we could use like 9 and then just repeat the same player twice.
That caused a lot of
controversy. Yeah.
Okay. So the team roster this season has some fresh additions for this World Cup. Can you mention how you came across some of the people?
Where to start? There's so many new people, I suppose. I guess.
Yeah.
The first person that comes to mind, for me at least, would be Sui. Like, he kind of just came out of nowhere. Starting this year, I guess this Mario Kart 8 National UK, I don't know what to call it really, but I had no idea Sui was playing for us, but then he randomly, I believe he PM'd either Jake or Ryan, and he said like, can I play for UK? Like, I live in the UK. I've been living in the UK for a while now, and everyone was pretty surprised, at least I was, seemed like everyone else was, and I was under the assumption that he lived in China or something like that, and having him join UK has helped a lot, I think, because he and a few others, for example, Nose Joe, to call him, they use the D-pad, which is something I don't think any of the past UK members actually use. So having that like pad kind of like, I don't really know what to call it. It is help from D-pad players, having them in our team. It will definitely help in this year's World Cup, considering the amount of people that use it now that are in other teams. And
just to add to that, like, Nose Joe, he came from Miiverse. He was like quite a strong T-tier, or appeared to be. And so he made an MK Boards account and got picked up by T-Pools with Arcadia and actually came to a decent standard on Wi-Fi just from T-Team. So I guess that's some sort of motivation if anyone's still out there on Miiverse wants to improve. You can still do it. Just time trial.
I mean, the people this year came from like everywhere. There are so many new members that I don't think we really should list them off individually because there are so many.
It's too many, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we can just leave it at They came from Miiverse, they came from other teams, just links in general. Like the UK doesn't really have many active players, so reaching out to people wasn't too difficult because we knew who to get, really.
Yeah. So on the other hand, how have the veterans of Team UK continued to develop their ability these past 2 years?
Well, Lusso, for one, barely plays the game.
Well, yeah, you couldn't really put him in that category.
Yeah.
I suppose it's just keeping up the strats, and they've been found. Just generally, like, keeping somewhat active on Wi-Fi. That helps quite a lot.
I know a lot of the original members have quit or gone inactive, but the people who do play, like Ryan said, it's basically just when we have been playing, at least in my case, because previously I would go between Marco E and Marco Day. Now I'm trying to play both. And it's just the fact of, like Ryan was saying, keep up to date with the strats to make sure you don't fall behind in terms of driving and in terms of strategy, I suppose. You always want to be like as up to date as possible, and I guess just to make sure you can always. I'm not really sure how to put it. Just like as long as you're active and you're not completely out of it, I suppose.
Yeah, as long as you're not completely outdated with everything. Like, you don't have to learn every strat because some of them aren't really all too useful for Wi-Fi. But as long as you get the main ones down, it's actually safe a lot of the time. Like if you haven't been playing for a while, there probably will be a strat that can save like a decent amount. And just keeping up so you're like one step ahead of everyone else and like item knowledge or whatnot. Like gameplay, like that probably helps quite a lot.
Yeah, like definitely playing in just in general with top players, getting that experience, it's definitely helped everyone who's been playing.
So how are Team UK preparing for this year, and will the approach be any different from any other past World Cup?
I would say our approach is like not really existent at the moment. Like we haven't really been doing much preparation.
Yeah.
Like we were a few months ago, maybe, but we've kind of gone inactive because of exams and whatnot.
It's been kind of it's been pretty weird. It's been pretty bumpy, I suppose. Like at first we weren't really doing anything, and then we had like a little while where we just did non-stop wars like every day, and now again we're just like not doing anything. So I think in terms of activity, as long as we get some more wars in before the World Cup, I think we'll be okay. But our approach, at least when we were playing, it wasn't too different. But I was, at least, like for myself at least, I was definitely kind of taking note of everyone, I guess, and learning how they played, because I don't really know the members this year as well as I did in the first year, for example, because we had like Luna, Sean, the other Sean, Irish Sean as well.
Sean, yeah.
So I knew like all these people, I was like pretty close with them, but now it's more of like, it's really different. Like I'm not saying, oh, I hate these people, like or something like that. I like them, but I just don't know them as well as I said before, so I need to, I guess, play with them a lot, get to know how they play, get to know what tracks they like. So it's kind of like a learning experience for everyone this year.
So looking at your groups the group for this year, you have Team Eastern Europe, Team Italy, Team Nordic, and Team USA. How do you feel about your group, and which team do you consider to be the biggest threat?
Obviously, Team USA stands out. They have loads of good players, Soldier, Alex, etc. Like they're really good, but it seems like they have some problems, I suppose, in the inside, kind of, in terms of drama and wars, if you can put it that way. It seems like they can fall apart. So I think we have to kind of rely on that when we play versus them. And if they can keep it together while we do have that match with them, they're definitely going to be a really difficult opponent. Like, they're going to give us problems.
Yeah, people are saying Italy might be a challenge, but I'm not really too sure on that myself. Like, they have a few good players, but there's no consistency across their squad. At least in my opinion.
I think that Italy can give us a challenge, maybe, depending on how the match actually goes down in terms. I don't want to say in terms of luck, but I mean it kind of is true. I'm not saying like, oh, they're gonna get really lucky and smash us or something like that. Just I feel that I'm confident that we can win, but obviously anything can happen in a match. And they do have some good players, like for example Neto's playing for them this year, but they haven't really got anyone besides like a few who are really good, who might give us problems. I'm not really sure how to put it. Like, obviously it's the national team, so they are good, but compared to like Team USA, for example, they're not as good as them.
Yeah. So, which team over the entire World Cup do you think is the biggest threat this year?
Team Japan.
Yeah, Team Japan goes without saying. But to put like a second, maybe you'd say maybe France, possibly Germany.
I think Germany.
Germany is actually really scary this year, I think.
I think a team that can compete really well. I think this might sound like kind of out of the blue, bias on my part, considering Tyler plays for them. But Team Canada, I've seen them practicing. I've heard like what they play like. I know they've got potential for sure because they're all players. Like, it's kind of similar to UK. A lot of people who came from time trials, I guess. And honestly, Team Canada, from what I know, the teamwork and coordination is actually really good. So if they can keep that up, like throughout the World Cup, I think they have a pretty decent shot at doing well. But like I was saying before, Team Japan is still definitely my pick to win it. I suppose. Like, I don't really see anyone being able to beat them.
I honestly feel that Germany can pull it off, but I don't discredit Japan, so we'll see. Germany is definitely my pick this season, or this year, for whatever reason. I just feel really confident with Germany.
Yeah, Germany is.
Yeah, Germany is really strong this year, I feel, compared to other teams.
I still think France can do it as well.
Yeah, France too.
Strong with
Strong too.
there.
So, you guys have any other comments?
Team France. I'm actually not sure about Team France, honestly, because apparently, I don't know if it's true. I heard this a while ago. Maybe it actually happened and it's resolved now. But I think Daniel, the French Daniel, actually left Team France.
Oh, yeah, he told me that.
Yeah, he's back in France now, I believe.
Okay, well.
That makes a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so much of that. I was going to say, if they didn't have Daniel, that could have hurt them quite a bit. Because I think Daniel is really good, despite this whole SBC versus FA kind of thing that people might bring up something as to say that we hate each other. I don't really think that's the case. I can say with confidence that Daniel is good in the World Cup, so him not being in Team France would definitely help them, I guess.
Alright, I guess this about wraps up this interview. Thank you guys for joining me, and good luck this year.
Thanks.